Hello, I'm Dr. Rafel. Welcome to Eastside Wellness Active Care Series. The next exercise we're going to go over is called the bird dog, and it is one of the greatest, or I think the best, stability exercise for the low back. These are a little bit out of vogue right now. A lot of people don't like corrective exercise or stability-based exercise, but I think this is the number one most important one to have for low backs. So I think most people are doing this exercise wrong, and I'm going to go into a lot of specific details so you can get the most out of this exercise. I'm going to put the person in a quadruped position, so they're going to go on hands and knees. Their knees should be about hip width and directly over the hips. Hands are right under the shoulders, and I'm going to use a stick. At home, you don't have to, but at first, when you're first learning, it really is beneficial to have a stick. And I want to show you what we're looking for. So as I drop the stick, it should touch in three spots: the sacrum here, between the shoulder blades here, and at the base of the skull. And I should be able to get my large knuckle between the stick and her spine. So she needs to lower or drop into lordosis just a little bit. That's meaning adding curve into her low back. So that's a little too much. She's going to flatten. Now, what you're going to see is this stick is a little higher at the head than it is at the tail, and I want those exactly even. To do that, she needs to bend her elbows, pulling them in toward her sides until the stick is even. And she's there, okay? So now the top and the back of the stick are even. I definitely want these elbows bent and in tight into the body. That's going to engage this really important big stabilizer called the lat. And I want her shoulders down away from her ears. A lot of people make the mistake of a shrug position, and that is no way to get to stability. Okay? I'm going to have her flatten it out just a little bit low back. Perfect. Critical with this too, we've talked about in a previous taping called the piston breath. She is going to do the piston breath while she's doing that. And so I'm going to have you guys go back over and look at piston breath related to this. But first thing she's going to do is take a deep breath in. Inhale, let her belly drop. Suck gut in just a bit. Hold tight. This arm is going to come out at a 45. Thumb is up. Good. And this leg is going to go straight back. Even with the hip and the knee needs to be locked, and it's straight back. This hand and this foot should be on the exact same plane. That elbow needs to bend just a little bit to keep it, and I need you to flatten out here just a little bit. Okay? And we're going to hold this position for about a 3 or 4 breath hold. Can you go through a piston series for me? So it's a quick inhalation followed by a long exhalation. And then back. We're going to also show you one of the major mistakes that people do, almost guaranteed, when they're doing a stability-based exercise. Remember, when I'm doing a stability exercise, the whole point is to put a load, in this case through the low back, but it's not allowed to move. If it's moving, I'm no longer doing a stabilizing exercise. So a big mistake that people do, let's switch sides. You're going to bring this arm up, and that leg's going to come back. And what most people are going to do is they're going to shift and run toward that back hip, trying not to load this shoulder. Just realize that's the mistake. So come back and load and bend that elbow, keeping it locked.